Chapter 11. Toward a Tipping Point, Creating a Buzz and Sparking a Change. We know the battle ahead will be long, but always remember that no matter what obstacles stand in our way, nothing can withstand the power of millions of voices calling for change. Barack Obama, January 8, 2008. Are you with us? As we stated in the opening of this book, we assume, in fact we hope, that not all of you reading this are necessarily strong supporters of establishing a legal and regulated marijuana market. Many of you, no doubt, are, but we recognize that some of you may be reading this book more out of curiosity than anything else. Or perhaps someone encouraged you to read it and you are merely humoring him or her. If that is the case, then it is likely that after a lifetime of half or wholehearted opposition to marijuana use, you picked up this book with a great deal of skepticism. At this point, however, we hope that you are thinking about cannabis a bit differently than you did before. Perhaps you are beginning to appreciate why some adults would want to consume marijuana recreationally. More significantly, perhaps you are even beginning to believe that they should be allowed to do so legally. Of course, this does not necessarily mean that you are ready to publicly share your evolving beliefs with the members of your book club or your weekend softball team. In fact, you may assume, at least initially, that your newfound pot perspective is going to be your dirty little secret. If that is the case, you may have little use for this chapter. For everyone else, we have provided this chapter to arm you with the words and phrases you will need to advance the marijuana is safer than alcohol message in your community. Safer's campaigns in Denver and on college campuses nationwide have demonstrated that this message resonates with the mainstream media and at the ballot box. We've initiated the conversation. Now it is up to you to continue the dialogue with your friends and family. Collectively, every conversation and action you engage in that conveys the marijuana is safer than alcohol message brings us closer to a tipping point, a point in time signifying when an idea becomes conventional wisdom. Sociologist Malcolm Gladwell describes a tipping point as the moment of critical mass, the threshold, the boiling point, at which an idea, trend, or behavior takes off, goes viral, and becomes a social epidemic. In our case, it is critical that those who already understand the relative harms of pot and booze begin spreading the marijuana is safer than alcohol message to others. By doing so, we will eventually reach our own tipping point, a time when the question of whether marijuana or alcohol is the more harmful substance is no longer debatable in conventional society. Marijuana will simply be viewed as it should be, as less harmful than alcohol. At that point, changes in our nation's irrational marijuana laws and policies will be inevitable.